Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Scorching Canyon. This is gonna be a best of 3 series between some top gamers. In the green color, we've got our Elves. This is Galactic. And on the other side, facing off against him, this is DonHyperion, the orange dwarf. Hero is gonna be the Warrior of the Depths for Don, and the Archdruid for Galactic. So this is gonna be rather interesting as they meet for the middle. Both of them really good at flag denial. And there's gonna be no creeping to be seen so far. Pathfinder is looking for a little bit of harass plays. Scorching Canyon, you might have noticed there's a third player, that's an AI actually, with a little bit of defending units. They're not gonna actually train much throughout. It's a pretty weak AI like that, but they've got a bunch of sectors here that they'll be upgrading and holding on. There's 2 stone spots for the dwarves, which is gonna be very nice. They can't get harassed super easily. DonHyperion even goes so far as to call it Giga OP. Very neat. Galactic's woodcutters are highly spread out also, so he's not susceptible to any harassment. He's trying to upgrade the front Elven banner. And we've got our first creeping beginning now for DonHyperion, who didn't capture as many flags as his opponent. And these will be pretty easy bandits to take down. He's picked the Head Splitter, Sweeping Strike, and Inspiring Presence. Supposedly, oh no, he's actually went Brute Force. He didn't get Inspiring Presence until now. Brute Force level 2 is in, and no Relentless Rage just yet. How will he actually get that then? Because you're not gonna get level 3 off of the second creep. You're gonna have to fight an Ice Wyvern or try to take these side creeps. So these are actually regular units. They're not gonna give creep XP. So very different kind of setup that we've got with Scorching Canyon as a whole. This is not a standard map whatsoever, but it's very fun. Get your low-level hero action going. And level 2 is achieved. Galactic was a little bit faster. He's got a Guardian to help him out, a second one, and a third one on the way. Whereas for the dwarves, that's just not true. He's getting worker armor, but there's no harassment. This is preemptive, trying to defend himself. The Ravagers are doing a huge amount of damage to the Archdruid, and he's actually going to be on potion cooldown for a while. So he's going to have to pull away from this, but he's just running right into the Hunter. And that's just too much firepower for the Archdruid to deal with. We'll be able to take down one of the Ravagers. Hopefully he doesn't get knocked down by the War Troll. That would be a disaster. Meanwhile, DonHyperion's doing his best to pull out as many Ravagers as he can. Maybe fight 1 or 2 at a time. But yeah, this Hunter is just creating so much trouble for him. This is a low-level Druid still. Oh god, this Ravager's path blocking him too. Is he gonna be able to chug the last of the potions? He can't have any more, right? He's got 1 more. It's cool. He's got 1 more left. Expertly taking on the... Oh, missing the shot as I say expertly. Oh no. Yeah, Galactic's not used to this map, I can tell you that. DonHyperion might be a little bit more so. He's prepared for anything. In the end, Galactic gets his Elven banner first still. But guess what? The Warrior could spec into Recuperate, which he didn't. That would be a very useful way to save himself a little bit of potion charges. Now we're heading south. There's going to be a Hunter and a Shaman here. Very dangerous business for the Guardians to deal with, but Galactic is doing a great job actually by pulling out the Brutes separately from the others. Only aggroing half of the creep camp. They'll be taking down the Brutes without too much issue here. But they leash back in the end to the spot. Except Galactic micros quite nicely. Just handful at a time. DonHyperion's got it too. I think he's gonna next try to go after the Ice Wyvern actually. He's got a handful of axe wielders, so that might actually be enough for him to do so. Funnily, nobody really tried to go for that because I guess flags are just pretty susceptible to both of these heroes. Going shopping now is DonHyperion. Let's see what he's buying. The tier 2 armor, so that will give him a little bit of extra resistances, 10% more. And he figures he can buy himself another pot, so he's doing that. Are we gonna head down once again? Looks like it. Are they still getting XP for clearing the orcs? Well, yes, but it's like a normal unit. So it's not the full amount of experience. It's a great question though, because yeah, this is a very strange map. Usually you would get creep XP, but here you just get unit XP, which is not very much, to be honest. Galactic trying to heal himself. He's not getting potions for this either, by the way. I should add. Is he gonna actually go down to the hunter? Oh my god. Staying alive just barely. DonHyperion's having similar issues, but he's got a lot more axe wielders with him, and they can definitely put out some serious damage. I don't think Galactic should be pushing any further. These are heavily fortified with watchtowers and whatnot. Although the scouting post actually didn't put the workers in there. And this is like a base game scouting post, right? So it can't even shoot. Watchtowers have 3 people you can assign into them and they do pure damage. Yeah, these never got updated to the Versus Edition assets of SpellForce 3. You can see the human hunter in there instead of the orc hunter. Is this map universally hated? I don't think so. I think it's just completely non-standard and it could use a little bit of creep cleaning up, right? However, it's super cool in terms of gameplay. Now we've got an engagement with the Ice Wyvern and Galactic gets frozen, but he got himself potions, right? Yeah, he went to the shop and got himself all the potions that he could. Might be able to hit a handful of axe wielders and they'll be just skirting around this area so that the Ice Wyvern is distracted. Might be able to put it into this base a little bit. But ultimately, neither side has enough to overwhelm the other, plus take the Ice Wyvern too. That would be a little bit difficult. And if your entire army gets hit by the freezing blast, well, that's kind of messy. Wait, can DonHyperion actually just fight the Guardians here? Oh man. Would dying to creeps cause any harm other than time loss? It is the time loss, yes. Like, it harms you in terms of having to deal with this now. If Galactic traded his hero away at the last possible moment. But yeah, he technically could have done that. Really good job by DonHyperion luring the Ice Wyvern right into his base. As long as he can get the hero to stay close by. As long as Galactic doesn't assault him right now. And get some huge AoE on the axe wielders while they're frozen. Everything should be fine. But a bunch of axe wielders are starting to die and a huge freeze comes through on the entire army. This is Galactic's opportunity. Is he gonna put a fire zone down? He might be able to steal whatever the Wyvern drops. But is he going to? Oh, DonHyperion, where are you going? Galactic has the item. But most of the damage was done by the Dwarves, so DonHyperion still gets most of the XP. Manages to heal himself too, and the Elves aren't gonna be sticking around for that. So yeah, Galactic gets a health ring, but we got a hashtag no equip situation. No new skills, of course. He's still level 3. DonHyperion picks up Relentless Rage. He picks up Stalwart Song. He picks up Recuperate for healing. And of course, he's level 3 Brute Force. The stronger you make this Brute Force, the better the heal gets as well, so... that's actually pretty important to do. DonHyperion is tier 2, he's going to be upgrading this sector now in order to try and hold it against the onslaught of Guardians. Man, that's a lot of them for sure. The guys are going down here, the stairs, to hunt for whatever reason. One of the animals must have gone down there. That's annoying. And they are getting picked off for it. But yeah, it's a very base gamey map, very campaign-like with the stairs and whatnot. There's a scrap down here for troll players, by the way. And then as far as that goes, you can connect directly to this middle sector with the Godstone. Most of the iron is down here. So all of these bases essentially have iron. Our dwarves are already working on it. There's going to be a granite hall down here. They didn't take this. There would be more iron, I think, in the corner. Galactic is working on it. He's already got an iron mine with an upgrade. It's a level 2 iron mine. But meanwhile, the fighting does continue. Not terribly much missed. It was worth it to look at whether iron is coming. And it is. Galactic also has this top sector, which is where the Aria or the Lenya is going to be. Growth level 2 up here with the Stonecutter. The main also has some iron. Something to be mindful of. Going shopping.
We're under attack.
Doesn't have much. Needs a potion.
The best wares from Kalea to North. Yes.
Galactic did take the gold from the Wyverns, so that's going to be meaningful in the longer term. And there's our first protector. I still don't think Galactic has enough to just plow through this base. In terms of population, they're extremely equal right now. And Galactic is going to be playing this pretty carefully. Hunting cabin coming back for our dwarves. Wait. A second hunting cabin? What is this all about? Well, the hunters aren't going to be able to do anything because they're going down there. Not that it's easy to tell why that's happening. More iron mines for Galactic. It is now fully occupied too. He's going to be spamming even more. But I think the fighting is going to start in earnest now. Both have had enough. DonHyperion is like, okay, the iron units are coming. Let's reset this before it gets out of control. And he's got his Earthshaper upgrades as well with the protective shield, giving everybody some additional resistances. This is looking great. Galactic is out of focus. He will have to chug a potion. He's also going to be relying on his base to provide some extra defenses, which is going to be particularly useful against these sentries, who are not particularly tanky against Pierce firepower. But DonHyperion comes in with his golem. That's a very tanky boy, and he's got some cleaving attacks onto these guardians. While DonHyperion is kind of pushing through, killing a handful of units, it's not enough to plow through the base, and Galactic stays alive with some weak units, granted, but he's level 4 now. He could be healing his boys up. Second protector comes in, which means that third protector. That means that the protectors will be protecting each other as well, giving each other a ton of resistances. At 45-45, it's very, very difficult to deal with them. So once there's many protectors, everybody has a problem with dealing with that. Even the dwarves. The elves are just such a difficult opponent in the mid game to go up against, and there's going to be more and more of these coming out. Galactic has upgraded his main sector as well with additional workers. So now he's got 3 groves. The Arcade Smithy will be ready momentarily to upgrade the Protectors with Savage Blows to make them cleave as well. And DonHyperion is just looking for extra sectors because he needs them. He's population blocked right now. He's got everything up to 45 outposts. He doesn't want to research population upgrades directly. It's better to just expand and get more that way. Because it's pretty expensive, whichever you choose. Got plenty of fire golems. And we've also got a Godstone here. It would be even better if he had the middle base, but easier said than done. The orcs are no longer a hindrance when you have this big of an army, of course. Just a handful of units. But for a low-level hero, it would have been very scary to fight the troll. The DonHyperion is actually fighting the orcs now. Cleaning up this mess in the back. A little bit of losses will be occurring here. This is a much, much tougher group than it was up there. A handful of little scoundrel from the base game are being made with 9 damage. Oh my god. Yeah, the base game had some really low unit stats, so it wasn't very lethal. Except for the heroes, of course. Heroes were crazy. Galactic's thinking the same. Let's smack the orcs real quick. They might meet in the middle. Is Don gonna build this? Looks like it. Don's building it. There is a ton of iron here, to be fair. It's a good idea. More granite halls, more irons being made. Galactic's now under attack by one of the war trolls, but looks like the Karak is being destroyed by DonHyperion, but he doesn't quite want to go for it. It only has 5,000 health. That's a third of what it should be. Galactic has done a lot of damage to this army, and then the Wyvern up top is just finishing everybody off. The hero gets sniped. Galactic reaches level 5. This is a huge opportunity for him to finish off the rest of the army, even though the shielding comes up from the Earth Shapers. As long as Galactic keeps his hero going, he's golden. He's got crushed spirits available, but no way to heal other than Nature's Gift. He didn't pick Alan's Wrath, so he'll rely a lot on his army doing the work. Of course, within the sector, he'll be regenerating quickly also. There'll be quite a bit of resources here for him. Did DonHyperion research his golem upgrade? Not just yet. The inventor is actually working on population upgrades after all, because even with the extra 2 sectors, he just doesn't get enough from that. But now that that's done, the upgrades should be enough. He doesn't need to do it again. But yeah, he had to do 2 levels of population upgrades. That is very expensive. Galactic Miva has destroyed the Karak, and that's it for the good old orcs. Ooh, the hero gets sniped. Oh my god, the deployed sentries are so strong. There was nothing Galactic could have done about that, except pick the skill that makes him revive. That could have been nice. But this is now going to belong to DonHyperion after all. Very back and forth game, I love it. And there's tier 3 resource here. There's, of course, Ellen's bathwater. Although you don't go into the bathwater as the elves. Don't bottle it up as the humans and resell it either. You just take the pretty flowers. Okay, Sanctum's upgrading now to tier 3. We've got a bunch of ballista. I think Galactic has had enough. He's looking for some business. He's got so many protectors right now. Just getting a number on that.
We need to improve our outposts.
14 protectors. She's also got population troubles. 5 wardens and 6 wanderers. This Smithy is just training additional ballista. This hero bought himself a tier 2 armor, which is going to help a lot. And some more potions. Can I post this replay later? Yes. Yes, I'll pop it in the Discord once we're done with the series. Alright, the Ballista have a real prime target here. You aim at this little spot in the middle, and the Ballista will be able to hit all 3 buildings, I think. Just about.
We have no more room for troops. We need to improve our outposts.
Yeah, basically like this. You'd be able to... Oh, you just about can't. That's annoying. Anyway, DonHyperion takes the engagement head on and is faced with very, very strong protectors. The fire golems just kind of can't do the same level of damage. And they certainly don't resist it as well. They have no resistances, whereas the protectors 45 and 45 respectively. The sentries are deployed, however, and that's doing a lot of work from the backlines. Still, the buildings haven't gone down to the Ballista. There are 3 of them working on this, finally getting some progress made with that. And you know what? I think the sentries in the back have been doing all the work for this. Everybody's getting slowed down by them, but now the protectors are on top, and I'm not much... I've not much confidence that they can hold against a straight up counterattack, but there's enough frontline. There's just enough frontline that Galactic has to leave. DonHyperion is at 147 pop. If Galactic can, however, remax again on protectors, that's going to be terrifying. Especially that now he's tier 3 and he can pick the pretty flowers. Not from here though. It's gonna have to be from this base. Yes. Oh, there's Lenya here as well, actually. He's working on that right now. Hey, Veggie is back. Great. Maybe Veggie's gonna start doing show matches now. Anyways, that's a big, big counterattack. We don't have the upgrades on the golem still, do we? Nope. No upgrades. But this is an opportunity now to deploy and snipe. Oh god, the archer. Holy crap, half the health is gone. And many of the units weren't even attacking. Galactic doesn't have the numbers to hold this base. I don't think he should have come here. Level 6 is achieved for both heroes. Wait, is he gonna hold? You're kidding me. The population is dropping very rapidly for DonHyperion. The deployed sentries aren't working. What is going on? They might get a hero snipe, however, there. Oh my goodness, it is so strong when you use it on the hero. But Berserkers might be changing everything here. Without the hero, how can Galactic reasonably hold? Bunch of magic damage from the Wardens coming through, of course, on the Berserkers. They can't resist that. But meanwhile, the Protectors have cleaned up the backline. Galactic once again stabilizing in population. He just can't deal with the warrior of the depths. This is extremely tense. Oh my god, everything's dead. It's just corpses. There's nothing else but corpses here. Am I a bad guy for laughing at that? Anyway, probably. How are they gonna follow this up? They're both broke now. My goodness. Oh wait, Galactic's not broke. He's got a huge army actually. My god. It's a good thing that DonHyperion went into watchtowers. He'll need a bunch of those. He might even want to go for the tier 3 watchtowers. He's got border fortresses left and right. Galactic is not quite at that level right now. He's got level 3s everywhere, no level 4 whatsoever. Jasir says he judges me more for laughing, less for laughing at corpses than TikToks. It's a good thing I'm no longer on TikTok, but at least I'm not using it. Same with Twitter and Facebook and Instagram. Cut it all out. Okay, the Warrior of the Depths is ignoring the meme beam with the power of immunity to afflictions. That's a really neat upgrade to recuperate at level 2. DonHyperion doing a really good job at using that. It will shut down a lot of the nonsense from the hero. So you'll have to go a little bit more for the Vinval combo business with Ellen's Wrath. That's what we should be seeing from Galactic, as well as Obliterate level 2. And of course points into Brute Force. So long term that will be Galactic's objective, and maybe even buying himself a Noria's Command amulet for additional damage. Wow, DonHyperion really doesn't need any tier 3 resource. What is going on? He's not getting any. He literally doesn't have any in any of these bases. So he needs to do something soon. Oh, about social media, you guys can still find me on Blue Sky and Mastodon. I'm not posting that much though. Best way to reach me is always with Discord. Well, nobody wants to fight, but DonHyperion has 175 population. This is terrifying once again. Can Galactic pull off a crazy hold with protectors? You know, if he can get going with Lenya, especially here. He's already got some of it here. And home base should be probably the refining sector. But he's got 2 purifiers up north. It's good enough. It's definitely good enough. The Lenya will be coming. And then he can do his upgrades for protectors in particular. Wardens for more damage. Wanderers to start doing magical damage as well. Wow, all these observation towers are gonna get wrecked by the ballista, man. DonHyperion at nearly 200 population. He's got tunnels so that he can connect back with the original bases. Volcano stance is now researched, so these fire golems will be absolutely bonkers. Precision stance is ready as well. The berserkers have activated their rage, and empowered fire golems are gonna one-shot this base essentially. Of course, you could get an even more powerful one if you make a warhorn, but I don't think we're in that territory yet. There's no magic damage even on the berserkers, so they're gonna be having to chew through the elven army as is. And there's a lot of firepower in here, ladies and gentlemen. It's hurting the dwarven army so much. The elves have obliterated them in terms of health, and they have to leave, but there were no deaths, no relevant numbers anyway. There's like a handful of dwarven corpses. This was a very eventless fight, and great job by DonHyperion escaping. Wonder whether there will be more commitment to these combat balloons. I wouldn't really recommend it against the tier 3 elven army though. Alright, the protectors are now upgraded. They have armored on top of their regular phalanx, so 50% resistances, 1950 health up from 1500. This is brutal stuff, and I think Galactic really wants to take over this sector, but really all the dwarves have to do is teleport back. But I think they're a little bit too split up right now. They could just go to the Godstone, but I think it's gonna have to be a teleport. Taking over the Shrine of Growth here is a really good idea for DonHyperion, because he needs a tier 3 resource for his boys. Galactic's gonna choose to not go for it. Oh, he is going for it, actually. There's not very many deployed sentries, so his hero can take it for a little bit. Protectors are kinda stuck. You have to micro a little to untangle from such a tight building setup. All these elves are gonna be a problem now for the dwarves. 200 population of elves is just so difficult to deal with, you guys. Especially without magic damage berserkers. With them it's a little better, but I just don't think this is easily done. And you know, there's no way to get pyromancers because there's no tier 3 resource for the dwarves right now. They're just suffering here in the fire. As the wanderer shots, excuse me, are passing through each of the units. It's line AoE after all. Even a heal coming in. The towers are being destroyed. The remaining buildings are destroyed to open up the area for the elves a little bit more. And there's going to be a wombo combo there, isn't there? Oh my goodness. Followed up by the good old Obliterate, of course. Border Fortress is getting wrecked by the Ballista. There were 4 of them, in fact. Just slightly off screen. I don't know. I think DonHyperion is melting to this, ladies and gentlemen. There was just no chance with this tier 2.5 army to hold. It's all unupgraded stuff. The Wanderers are magic damage now. The Wardens are upgraded as well for more damage. This is gonna be nuts. I just don't see how the next base can be held. This is now a level 8 Archdruid as well. Got his tier 3 armor, lots of gold. He could go back for more stuff. Brute Force, level 5 is done. Wait, how much was that? It's enough for Noria's command. I kind of want to see it, but I don't think we need to. That's all dwarven corpses, ladies and gentlemen. I barely see any elves. There's a handful. But that's a really good trade for Galactic. Incredible trade, in fact. Maybe it's even the best trade deal in the history of trade deals maybe ever. I don't know. I think Galactic enjoys making things burn. Taking one base at a time. Enjoying the process. That's what it feels like. But that should be our last fight here, as I'm pretty sure DonHyperion is going to give up. There's no way he can break this. He had a good little flank, but just no numbers, right? Even if everybody was totally spread out, I just don't think you can break this Elven army without like a Titan to tank for you. Even with that, it would be very, very difficult, and DonHyperion is gonna tap out saying, okay, you are too powerful for me, sir. And he is. Galactic is super, super strong. He won the last biggest tournament, didn't he? Almost 65,000 damage by that hero. Wow. That's just about right for a 30-minute game. And Galactic certainly wasn't messing around here. But it's a best of 3. Let's see if Don can turn this around. Welcome everybody to Vinval Forests. It's a game number 2 in this best of 3 series in the green. This is Galactic. Still playing the Elves. And on the other side, as the Orange Dwarves, this is DonHyperion. Let's see if he can figure himself out on this one. Usually it's all about fighting over this Ice Wyvern, but we could be seeing a northward pathing as well. It just really depends what way the guys want to play. But yeah, a level 1 hero is not going to be able to get much done here. DonHyperion is already sitting here with the Mole Rider just to make sure that nothing crazy happens. Of course, it's not too difficult to secure a little bit of stone over here, but you can't place your stonecutters very neatly in the main. It's very harassable. There's no double stone locations, of course, and actually Galactic is pulling in the bandits. They're not going to meet in the middle because Galactic is just going northward. He took out his creeps, and he's level 2 now with the Archdruid. See if the stone pole gets upgraded or not. It looks like not. But then again, the dwarves have a tougher time doing so. Is the Warrior of the Depths really gonna hit the main? I think he's gonna be hit by the Archdruid actually. And he won't be able to win at level 1. In fact, can DonHyperion even replenish his skills? Oh no, he doesn't have Inspiring Presence. How is he gonna do this? Surely Archdruid will take some hits here. But he even gets the potion first. Well on his way to level 3. I just don't know what the Warrior of the Depths can reasonably do here. He doesn't have a way to get focus. He has to use potions. But at least DonHyperion got the second sector up. But now what? He's stuck on a level 1 hero. Which is why I would have liked him to go northward instead of trying this. Because Galactic is very happily going to chip away at the health of this thing. He can just garrison. He can just shoot this thing with Guardians. Of course, all the abilities from the Archdruid are blasting as well. Yeah, DonHyperion is going to have to take sectors now. One after the other. Oh no, the Charburner is getting shot by the Cutthroat Archer. Because they're pissed off, remember? Well, here comes the northward expansion. Not an easy sector to utilize because there's only 100 raw meat in these. Same with these ones. You'll have to go all the way to up here to find one with 250. The dwarves can be good later on, but against elves, I think I'll give the elves the upper hand. So double hunting cabin in the main means that this is going to be gobbled up very, very quickly. Is this map standard? For the wood factions, sure. For dwarves, you're going to want hunt. Your hunt is pretty fast. And your farming is pretty bad. So to have low food sectors that don't have stone in it as well, that's a tragedy for dwarves. For the elves, it's okay. They don't need that many upgraded anyhow. They're just gonna go with the high raw meat sectors and hunt there. Put woodcutters in the others, as you see here.
Yes.
And overall, they're gonna have a pretty good time because there's so much wood to go around. You don't have to worry about foresters until the absolute end game. Plenty of iron to go around, which is good for both factions actually. 600 in these top sectors. And then these two sectors have 600 as well. There's the middle sector, which also has a large amount of resources, including tier 3. And then there's the side sectors, which have tier 3 resources. Moonsilver here. Tiara's Bathwater there. Taking on the Revenants. Probably a pretty good move.
We're being attacked.
Very usual kit. Same as last game, guys. Same as last game.
Yes.
Like switching the Guardians into ranged mode against these Kellys, because they definitely hurt you. Oh, going into the Warrior of the Depths with an aggressive teleport there.
Scryer, we lost a sector.
Won't be able to get the Stone Pole up very easily. I mean, for long. This Galactic is pretty good with his setup to deal with that. However, the boy is going after the Guardians. He's doing pretty damn well. Oh, nobody can build it. Oh, wait. DonHyperion gets the flag again. That's nuts. Can Galactic stop this Warrior of the Depths?
We're under attack.
I'm not sure. He's still got 2 more potions, guys. 2 more potions. That's too much. The Archdruid has 4, however, so I'm not sure why Galactic is afraid of this. But I think our Dwarves are going to be upgrading the sector there. And that's the end of that. Really likes Galactic's micro in terms of not letting this guy build up his power stacks. But now we're at a stage where, you know, this base can be left alone. And the Warrior of the Depths can just go down there through the... Oh! Oh, the potion. Just in time to save the hero's life. He can go through the Godstone now to help out against this Wyvern. And later on, he can just come back to get this one as well. Galactic has to leave and get some more creeps. He will be able to get an easy level 5 from the second Revenant camp, of course. He has a bunch of Guardians to support him. But yeah, trying to hold on to that base up there, it was really unproductive, I think. There's enough resources to go around here for the Elves. You don't have to pressure the Dwarves that heavily. And your early Guardians will be going down to that Depths boy anyway. Can either player just grab the flag whenever? Well, if there's a unit blocking the way, then no. Is there any penalty? Yes, you'll be taking damage in the meantime. It's not a big penalty, but it is a penalty. So level 4 and level 4. DonHyperion not teleporting up to deal with the other dragon is a surprise. But he probably is also interested in his own Revenants now. Meanwhile, Galactic reaches not level 5, but almost. He's got one more small creep camp here to do, then he'll be level 5. Of course, the Revenants only give you potions, no actual items. Oh my god, it's Saitama in the chat. He's back. He's back and he's had enough. He's coming to punish you all. Very good. I can't wait. It's confirmed now, so you know. Revitalizing ring for the Warrior of the Depths is on.
Yes.
Galactic doesn't have such a thing, but he could get himself an armor if he wanted to. And more potions.
The outpost has been built. We've expanded our borders.
Warrior of the Depths at level 5. Has access to Precision Stance, has access to Disruptor, but doesn't have a whole lot of focus, doesn't have Inspiring Presence level 2. So it will be difficult to use all these skills at once. You definitely have to chug potions, but he has a bunch. That's gonna be fine. Wombo combo from the Archdruid should be coming down, but great pre-split actually from DonHyperion. Doesn't wait for it to just happen. And Galactic might be getting run down. I don't know how you stop all this. You have to have the best casts of your Wombo combo. And it's rough. Does get cast, but the explosion damage doesn't quite go through. And oh, the stasis on the Archdruid is brutal. He can't move, he can't do anything. That's a full stun, basically. Guardians getting chopped down left and right. DonHyperion is doing a great job. Galactic on 15 idle workers. What is happening? I guess this base has been mostly chopped off. That is mostly it. Warrior of the Depth still trying to keep the Guardians at bay. And we're also going to see a little bit of Iron Worker harassment because I guess DonHyperion really doesn't want this army to grow stronger, right? But can he take down the base at the same time? I don't think so. He has to choose one thing. Going after the Guardians right now with the hero is great. I love that. But these Axe Wielders are also getting shot to pieces by that Shrine of Growth level 3, so there is that. And these guys can't destroy the base realistically. Galactic has enough resources to keep going. The Iron Mine harassment has been in, but Galactic just bells the workers, he protects them. And eventually he will have iron units. There's also this base up here for another Iron Mine coming up. There's this one. So it's just hard to be in this many locations at once. It's doable, but it's really, really difficult. And it might be worth more just clumping together everybody and having a very powerful attack that can take down bases. So that's something to consider. Tempest Golem might be an option. Especially if that hero gets killed. Oh, we're getting really close to that. Can we see deployed sentries? He doesn't have... DonHyperion didn't get any upgrades or the building for it. He could be getting some Earthshapers, and I think we're starting to see that now. 5 of them are out. He's got a ton of stone halls and even some granite halls on the way. But upgrades are far, far out. For Galactic, we've got just 4 Wardens, not a single Protector to be seen, and that Archer is getting into trouble there. But he's bought a lot of extra potions, so for now he can weather the storm. But can he protect the Shrine of Growth? It doesn't look like it. Archer still has 5 more potions, insane number of potion purchases, and there's many shops on this map, so no problem to do so. Once again, chugs a potion. He's an absolute tank, this hero, with the potions. Oh, man, look at that. All these Axe Wielders are getting burned so hard. They have minus 25% magic resist, remember that. That's why these heroes smack the basic units so hard. And Galactic's army is building up very nicely over there with the Wardens in it. It is difficult to engage. But here comes again the Warrior of the Depths, charging in with ultra speed. A little bit of cleave on top. Oh, Galactic doesn't cast the Wombo combo, but he does get it off at the end just there. Earthshaper will be dying to this. Well done. But then DonHyperion just upgrades the sector. Ay. So many sentries, guys. I'm really starting to worry for this hero, even though he's done such a good job, Galactic did, with the potion chugging. He's out of them. He's got one more. What then? What happens when he doesn't have any more? Warrior of the Depths will be going down here. But I think DonHyperion is happy to take the trade. It's got a Godstone right here, after all. Why not make use? Oh my god, the Vinval combo is so good. He might as well make use of that. But wait, if he just throws away his army, Galactic is gonna be fine. There's a lot of very weak Axe Boys and other Dwarves. There's definitely an opportunity here to push this back. Warrior of the Depths is coming back out. Great micro though by DonHyperion. It's just he really needs population right now. And I'm starting to worry about his food situation. Like, it can't last much longer. The main is already out of food at the same time. So he has to really be careful and get some hunting cabins going in these newer bases. And he is, so that's good. Got plenty of iron coming in as well by now, hopefully. But so far I'm not seeing that stack. Another Wombo combo hits. But many of these axe wielders are actually shielded by the Warrior of the Depths aura, so that's pretty nice. But the first of the protectors in the middle of the Elven army, they'll be helping out a ton, especially when they get to shield each other, but that's easier said than done. Another Wombo combo hits in the middle of all that, and guess what? The Herb Shapers still don't have their upgrade, do they?
Being attacked.
No, they don't. Sentry precision stance is being researched, however, and there are 20 sentries. You can absolutely bet that this Archer hero won't be able to sustain that kind of damage. Golem versus golem battles. This should be a pretty easy takedown. There's just overwhelming force here. Let's see what kind of item gets dropped. Oh god, Galactic's looking for the tier 3. He's 120 population. He's got some high quality units. Not many Guardians anymore. And he should be able to teleport back reasonably well too. And Tempest Golem is getting taken down. Rest in pepperonis. What's the item?
We have no more room for troops. We need to improve our...
Don can also get some iron. He's got a tier 3 resource there. Oh.
Point me to the fight. Farewell.
Did he just... He didn't do anything bad there, right? He just got himself his armor. He still got the XP. Everything's fine. Recuperate level 2, Inspiring Presence level 2, Head Splitter level 2, which is a huge amount of damage right now. Don't fall. No. No. No, 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 no!
We need to improve our outposts.
The item!
We have no more
Don't
room
forget
for
it.
troops. We need to improve our
Oh my god.
outposts.
I want Galactic to go there and take it now. That would be justice. Anyways. Deployed sentries. Goodbye, hero. Oh my god. Well. Now I especially want Galactic to go and take that item. Yeah, all these sentries will be putting in a lot of firepower, but the front line of the Dwarves has kind of disappeared, actually. And you gotta worry a little bit about overkilling when you have that many sentries. They're gonna get flanked here by a bunch of protectors. Can the Warrior of the Depths make a difference here? I think so. 170 Dwarven population right now to just 89 of Elves. And this guy actually cleaves, right? So he's doing a lot of damage to the Elves there. And the mages are helping as well. They don't get resisted by the Protector aura. So every little bit of magic damage you can stack over time is just great. Well, the hero's coming back, but can he really do anything? He's just gonna get sniped again, isn't he? Oh god. Just a matter of moments until DonHyperion notices him. Oh god. Here it comes. Oh my god. He's so dead. The sentries did it. God Gamer, DonHyperion, even without the item, made it. Score is now 1-1. We've got a series. We're going to the decider match. It's exactly how it should be. 154 units produced by DonHyperion is just absolutely sick. He's got a really good economy as well compared to Galactic. 400 extra resources. Even though Galactic got 67,000 hero damage, that's a huge amount compared to especially the previous game. But he got a much faster level 5, so really it's about the time you spend in level 5. Just looking at resources gathered, yeah, the elves never really got their traction once they had 15 idols for the second half of the game. DonHyperion's attack never really stops. GG. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to game number 3, the decider. The map is going to be Jungle Crossroads, if I can say that. In the green, this is Galactic playing as the Elves. We've also got his good old opponent with DonHyperion. Same. Elves and Dwarves. This is the main of these guys. They do what they can. Did that hero just teleport? From where? Oh, he got the flag and he teleported back. Right. It's a nice little back sector for wood, to be fair. For DonHyperion, it seems that he's also had his initial creeps. He's pulling in the Revenants with the Mole Rider, just moving a little bit at a time. He's using defensive mode so that he doesn't fight against the Revenants, and they should be taking down the Elven Banner if everything goes according to plan. Whoa! Yeah, he's really trying to lure them in. But only one of them will stick. I'm not sure this flag can be destroyed in time. Galactic is heading very much towards an aggressive posture. Will he teleport back to deal with this Revenant? I'm not sure he needs to. I think he's heading towards the stone miners. Oh boy. He's going after the stoners. DonHyperion will have to respect this. I think he can take out these undead real quick. Oh wait, Galactic does teleport backwards in order to get the Revenant kill. And now it's so much easier to deal with these. He might just want to level up real quick. But no, he's getting more sectors. Oh no! We've got a build bug. Or he just doesn't have the no, he's holding it right there. Oh no, the worker bugged out on the hunter. Oh, that's very awful. All you have to do is just recycle this probably. Oh no, DonHyperion is not getting the income. Tragic. Sometimes they just don't deliver that last piece of resource. Nice pick off from the Warrior of Depths. He's also building up his stacks here. That should make it possible to basically eat up the Guardians without any issue. He's really good at the flag fights, but can he fight back against 2 Guardians plus the Archdruid? That might be a little bit of a tall order. It's all hunting cabins. Wait, not all hunting cabins. It might be a tier 2 build. Galactic's busy microing now, but at the cost of floating a bit of wood. He's upgrading this sector, and supposedly a stonecutter will follow. Okay, Stonepole is now coming up. The warrior of the depths is making great progress, but can he actually fight all these people here? This is just too much, isn't it? DonHyperion has only one more potion left, and this is too many elves to deal with. He does have recuperate though, that will help him stay in the fight just a little bit longer. But oh, he's nearly going down here. That's not good. Galactic has 2 more potions. That is a lot more than 0, so DonHyperion does have to leave here. And he's gonna get chased by all these guys, so he's not getting any sectors up here, I don't think. The frontier post with an attempted stone hall. This is just sector number 2, however, as DonHyperion still hasn't got food, even though he fixed his hunting cabin situation. That's just kind of unfortunate there. Quick shopping run for the warrior of the depths. Ooh, yeah, he bought some potions real quick, and now he's buying something else. Is that an armor?
We're under attack.
Oh yeah, he got his tier 3 armor. Nice. So a lot of extra resistances. Doesn't look to me like he'll get anything out of these skellies. But he might get the guardian kills, which is very valuable. Got another charburner coming up. Plenty of stonecutters here for the dwarves. And a very valuable iron sector here. 500 iron in this one. That will last forever. Now, elves are working on the second revenant camp. This will put the archdruid at level 5 definitely. But take down a tough guy, then you'll no longer be buffing the others with extra resists. And there's the level 5. Warrior of the Depths will have to catch up with that soon. Because Galactic starts going nuts with his Ellen's Wrath on the army again. I'm not sure how you can stop that. I guess the deployed sentries have been a good answer, because they're just hanging out with their large model size. They're thick boys. And they can definitely one-shot or two-shot the Archdruid. Tier 2 is coming in. As predicted, there was the Stonecutter. Galactic still has a very healthy 5 extra sectors. I like it. So, is that an armor? Yes.
Building completed.
And some pots. Galactic's very rich indeed. Well, don't skip the iron sector there. It's very nice later and very difficult to walk back to. This might become a very long game. We'll see. But on this map, securing tier 3 resources should be no problem. So, unless somebody gets a jump on the other guy, or a big mistake gets made, or miss macro or something like that, then it should go to late game here. Little burst heal going down on the Guardians. They already took down 2 buildings. It's very expensive for DonHyperion for sure. Won't be able to replace those easily. It's not a full loss of resources in these cases, but Even a partial loss hurts. That's a lot of extra potions there for Don.
Building complete.
He should be able to pick his precision stance and disruptor skills. But focus is always a problem. Like, I really... You always want precision when you can. It's just having that extra focus available is huge. Shop in the middle could be useful, but we're not going to use it. We're connecting the Godstones. There's so many sectors in this map, it's absolutely insane. Galactic's definitely not going to attack the capital, but taking down a hunting cabin really can't hurt. Maybe you'll get both. Don's already not in a good place economically, so destroying this many of his buildings definitely hurts. It hurts a lot. And Galactic is just absolutely partying. What's going on with these revenants? I'm guessing he'll go back at some point. Stonecutter workers. 350 health, so they've been upgraded several times. Galactic's just gonna leave. That's so much damage, stone-wise. Like, look at this, minus 19 now, as he's trying to remake all the things. And the main base is running out of stone, so that won't last much longer. Then the income will drop significantly. What are these Earthshapers doing here? Is Elf on Dwarf pretty balanced? I would say all the matchups are pretty balanced. Like, it's usually just a better player winning. It's very difficult to deal with tier 3 elves though, but that's everyone. That's just elves. They're pretty vulnerable as they set up their iron. Not much going up there north, but hey. These sentries are going a little deep. I'm not sure I like it, but hey. They are getting a really good surround on the elves. Overall, a decent trade for DonHyperion if he can reset this army. Also got a lot of iron in the bank, so I'm assuming he's looking for tier 3, but now his sentries kinda get attacked by too many melee units and they're disappearing fast. He has to pull out. Galactic holds once more, and he's building up his protector forces very well. Nobody has tier 3 in progress. And these big iron mine bases are still not started up for Dawn. He's gonna use up these smaller sectors for now. There's a bunch of those, so it's not too bad. He's got time. Another opportunity to take some creeps here. Why not? Go level 6. Get some more spell power. Frontier post is upgrading. It's sadly just a frontier post, right? That could be very problematic, but the army is right here, ready to help. They just gotta go now. Very fortunate for DonHyperion that Galactic didn't choose to attack that outpost. Now it's gonna be able to defend so much better. Oh, that obliterate just going through the entire army there. Lots of damage getting put on. Level 6 versus level 6.
We have no more room for troops.
What's Don putting points into? He's got Inspiring Presence level 2, he's got Recuperate level 2, but he's still only on 3 Brute Force points.
Room for troops. We need to improve our outposts.
And there's the deployed sentries. Oh god! Archdruid nearly dead immediately, but it will take more than that. Perfect wombo combo opportunity. He detonated it at least a little bit. Oh god, the sentries are sniping the hero, but they're also sitting in the fire, so they've taken a lot of counter damage there. I'm not sure Galactic can fight this straight up though. He has to kind of leave. Respect that hero a bit. Maybe if he can pick off some axe wielders on the way back and see if he can pump out his hero real quick. Meanwhile, the sentry should be starting to heal back up again. DonHyperion probably figuring this matchup out. Honestly, the deployed sentries just solve the Archdruid problem. Ready to go tier 3 as well once he has a little bit of population, and he's getting some extra sectors for that now. Surprised he didn't press his advantage, but then again, some of these sentries were pretty weak. They are regenerating very quick though, so the next fight they will be healthy. Still just a sanctum, not a higher sanctum. It's not on the way either. But for the dwarves, the citadel is coming. Might be an opportunity for Galactic to try to take these sectors over, especially the iron for the long term. Will be very useful if he can do so. Great takedown here as well. Can he do another? It's a fortified outpost, but this is also a ton of guardians. I think the opportunity is right there. Protectors have been upgraded for a while now, and Galactic is around 200 population. Oh my god, he's done a teleport with a snipe! They were pre-deployed. He teleported him while they were deploying, and that was just perfect timing for the hero snipe again. Galactic doesn't get to do anything with that thing, but he's got still 180 population. Could he just fight? He is currently taking down his fortified outpost, and let me tell you, that is going down. DonHyperion suddenly on just 78 population. Oh my god, what's happening? Guardians are tearing down more and more buildings. And with that many wardens, I think it's possible to snipe the warrior up to depths. He goes down. Archdruid should be back as well. And the Dwarven army has been completely reset. If only DonHyperion had pulled back, but he also lost all the sentries to the Guardians. That's insane. They definitely overextended here, gotta say. These guys are just chilling here still. The main has been out of stone for a while and has been converted into a pretty much everything else kind of sector. It's now stone halls. Wow, Galactic just teleported to a Godstone. What? The Godstone was right here. Galactic. I mean, he's lucky that DonHyperion is in a pickle economically, right? He can just use his 170 population army now to run through these barely fortified bases. Even getting some free pickoffs in the form of berserkers on the way. That's really neat. Hey, I just noticed Didu has been doing the sponsorship in the background. Thank you so much. You guys can see the link in the chat, so feel free to hop in there. It takes like 5 minutes to clear the board. It's Monopoly. Much appreciated. Okay, Don is actually recycling these without having the sector upgraded. Giving him back a little bit of stone, but guess what? The elves will be just taking this over. If they upgrade this sector, there's so much stone around. Actually, will cover the elves for ages to come. They don't need much stone. Until, of course, they want their tier 3 production up. High Sanctum is in. It's very pretty. But all the flower picking is only now beginning with the Lenya harvesters. There's some back here too. Great opportunity to make use of it. It looks like, guys, DonHyperion just never has been able to recover with the economy. His buildings are not very upgraded. This is just probably a map that is great for the elves. The berserkers are gonna be the one opportunity to change things up a bit, but they will need their magic damage, and we just aren't in that kind of territory just yet. There is the first Moonsilver mines coming up. This one's not gonna do any of that. All the buildings have been recycled. DonHyperion knows that this is going to be cut off, right? So he's just letting Galactic have it. Fine, no worries. Moonsilver Smelter is getting put very much up front. I'm not sure I'm a fan of that. And now in the mid game, DonHyperion has to come back to the stone pole. That's the iron base that he'll need later. If only I'd gotten that at the beginning. Guardians will be taken down here by the golems unless Don pulls them away. Oh no. He's got to deal with that, but I guess this space is more important to hold. This time there's no sentries to take care of that hero. The Archdruid is gonna get full Wombo combo potential. Let me tell you, he's at level 6, so there's gonna be plenty of power behind that. Stasis hits the hero for a moment at least, allowing the units to do some work. DonHyperion is doing quite alright. Several of the wardens will be going down. The combat balloons from a long distance getting a lot of work done too. But the fortified outpost getting sniped in the end by 4 ballista here. That's a lot of ballista. I think the warrior of the depths might be going down, guys. This might be a really problematic moment for DonHyperion. Not just might be, it is. It is factually. He definitely reset Galactic's army though. Can he do it again? That's what this will take. So many weak protectors are getting away though. This is not great for DonHyperion. Losing the Moonsilver Smeltery is a very, very depressing moment too. That's why you typically put it in safer sectors than that. Like your main, for example. And I'm sure he knows that, but he's just really rusty right now. Still more than enough to spank me when it comes down to it. But, you know, Galactic is Galactic. Alright, the protectors are right under the balloons now. Nobody's shooting up. And maybe the Archdruid will be taken down. The balloons are sure doing a lot of damage. Oh god, he's just teleporting it right into them. Ooh, he made it out. Just barely. And the Dwarves once again managed to reset the Elven army, but can it last? It does look to me the protectors are holding strong. Hero gets taken down by the Warrior of the Depths eventually. But once again, the Elves stand victorious at the end of the encounter. And those protectors will absolutely beat the Warrior of the Depths if they're allowed to. DonHyperion wants his sector back. But can he? He's got no health. Oh god. Recuperates a little bit. He's level 8. That is pretty meaningful actually. But can it be enough? He can recuperate 450 health every time. But now with Wardens in, they slow him down. I don't know. It's so difficult to engage into this. He doesn't have many sectors behind any of that. He barely gathers resources. He's trying to get the Moonsilver business rolling, but Galactic has been just printing, you guys. Look at him. He's got Lenya purifiers all over the map. He's collecting tea leaves. He's getting the hearts of the force. We might actually see a Chilchuk in transition because all this ground army just gets bonked time after time again. Put some burbs on top and it's a very different scenario. First off, the Berserkers can't hit them.
Let's get to it.
It would take... Oh, Pyromancers might, but they're not particularly great at that. Actually, the burbs would smack the Pyromancers pretty good. Well, who doesn't love a little bit of fire and ice, right? We got the magic axes now on the Berserks. And the Pyros are out. They have the best voice lines. Let me show you.
Need fire? Great things await. The fire's burning. Aye?
Actually, their voice lines are good when you order them to do something.
Is this a long way? Building
I
complete.
think it's the attack orders where they laugh like maniacs.
Light 'em up.
That's it. That's the one. Oh, we're on time. We spotted it. Let's go. It's time. How far away is your Titan? What Titan? Galactic. This is classism. Not everybody can afford what you can, Galactic. God damn it, dude. Toxic Tycoon. 99%. Just one Lenya. And it's ready. We could see it anytime now. There it is. We got a tree ant, ladies and gentlemen. Oh my god, how do you stop this thing? The answer is you can't with 48 population. The ability of the tree ant is that you get to stun an entire army essentially. It's brutal. Full army stun.
We're under attack.
What can you do? Galactic even has a bunch of watchtowers ready in case he's attacked. Not leaving anything to chances. Is he just gonna go to the capital? That's merciless, dude. Look at his sectors. They're all upgraded. Holy crap, Galactic. He's got a few to work on, but it's like minimal. He's loaded. Hundreds of resources in the bank. He can replace his entire army. I'm not even sure he's going to make birds. He's making druids right now, which makes a lot of sense with the Titan. Are the heroes gonna make it? Oh god, here comes the big stun. Everybody stasis. Meanwhile, the elves get to keep working. Yikes, dude. Sounds have given up. And I think that is going to be it, ladies and gentlemen. The Elven Titan, the Tree Ant, is just taking every single remaining dwarf down. The Pyromancers are doing their absolute best, but GG is going to be called, and Galactic wins the best of 3, 2-1. Great work by him. Long live the elves or something. Elf fans are going to be very, very happy with that one, I think. They've performed well. You've gotten to see a Titan. You've gotten to see tons of wombo combos. Tons of high tier armies, long games. What more could you want? Hope the YouTube people can like and subscribe. Hope the Twitch people can follow. And we'll definitely be doing more of these.